Hello, this is Chris McGravel.
There we go. Can you see me as well?
Let me put in my headphones.
1 second.
This way there won't be an echo because I can hear you on our side.
Got it. So we'll both be in headphones. Very good. Cool. How's it going, guys? As you probably know, my name is Lance, and then this is Chris over here.
Hey.
We're obviously the founders of Gravel. It literally is just us two that are running the company, and we're best friends, and it's great. We have a little outline of things that we want to make sure to cover during this. We also are going to be looking for your questions. So when your questions come in, feel free to ask them. Towards the end, we're going to be answering all those questions that come in. So feel free to ask questions as we go along throughout this message. During this call, we want to, obviously it's a live video, we want to answer some of your questions, but we'll also cover stretch goals, production timelines, some product demo stuff, and should be a good time. So first, we wanted to jump in. A couple people submitted questions before this even started. So we wanted to jump in and kind of cover a couple of those questions real quick, and then we can get into some other stuff as well. So very first, we had someone ask, can I fit a 100 milliliter bottle upright into the transparent bag? If I can't, what is the size of the bag? So the transparent bag that they're talking about, I assume Chris is grabbing it right now. We call it the TSA bag. And so the hard part is this is a hard question to ask because a 100 milliliter bottle could be any size or dimensions. A couple of them that we saw were like a 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter by 16 centimeter were some of them that we saw, which the bag is 15 centimeters by 24 centimeters. So if that was the case, it'd be too tall. So it just all depends on the bottle. But as long as it's within like 14 centimeters tall, it should fit upright within this bag. So I think that covers that. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and we'll cover them a little later. The next one is, how long can it stay submerged with the contents in the pocket to remain safe? So he's asking this more of like a watertight bag, maybe that you take in the water or on the beach or something. That is not what this TSA bag is at all. The whole purpose of this bag is to zip up shampoo within it and stop the shampoo from leaking all over the rest of your stuff. So this isn't like a bag that you can put your phone in and like bring it in the ocean or anything. This is more for stopping shampoo from leaking into your bag. Thus, it's not made to be submerged at all. So I would say 0 seconds submerged. 1 second submerged, you'd get water inside probably. But Chris is he's got some shampoo and he has the TSA bag there. We wanted during this to jump into kind of a presentation of what the TSA bag is and just put some shampoo and stuff inside of it so that you can see how well it holds the shampoo. So
Here's the Expeditioner bag. As we've just talked about, there's a pocket right here that has the TSA bag inside. And I actually bought sun-ripened strawberry, a big old thing of shampoo. It smells great. So we can show you how this bag is made without, I guess, getting too crazy with the details. The edges are welded, so it's very waterproof. If I can, does that look good? I'm just squirting a ton in there. I'm gonna have to somehow. Great. I don't want to waste this sun-ripened strawberry, so I'm gonna have to take a like a bubble bath later or something tonight.
Sounds romantic.
Hopefully that's enough. Maybe I'll squirt some more in there, and I can demonstrate to you how this protects against explosions. So if you were traveling, I'm sure it's going to get way smashed. You're moving your luggage around, things like that. And since the sides are welded, there's no leaks. It's completely dry. and it holds all the liquids. And that would be a pretty terrible shampoo explosion. I hope none of you have an explosion that bad. But funny enough, we actually did, when we were in Vietnam, we were there for 3 months developing this bag, and we actually had a sample that was even sewn on the edges. This one's, like I said, welded, but we had one that was sewn. And we were like, oh, let's test it out. Let's just try carrying our liquids in it. And we flew for one part of Vietnam to the next part of Vietnam. And funny enough, we opened our luggage, and inside there was a shampoo explosion. And even with the stitching, none of it got out. So pretty bomber that your liquids will be contained here. And then you have, of course, another added layer of protection, which is here. So you won't have to worry about shampoo explosions. So
very good. That's really one of the main points and things that we're excited about that TSA bag is that it fits perfectly within that waterproof pocket as well. So really, on the off chance that maybe an entire Suave bottle explodes inside of that, and it's really watery because you mixed it with water for some reason, maybe it leaks a tiny bit out of that bag or something, it still is within a water-resistant pocket that's built into the actual Explorer or Expeditioner as well. So, yeah. Anyway, do you want to show a little demo of the Expeditioner?
Yeah,
some
for
of your
sure.
favorite things.
Yep. So this one is pretty packed. This has all the stuff that I carry, plus a little bit extra, because I know people are probably interested in seeing some items in here. So most of this is stuff that I carry. There's a few additional things. Starting from the outside, there's this back zipper, as you've all seen. What I keep in there, I keep in Band-Aids. Oh, I have 2 different ones. So in there I keep, well, I guess there's another bag somewhere else. But in there I keep Band-Aids, a little bit of medicine like Tylenol, Neosporin. Actually, I should probably be keeping that in. I'm just taking first aid kit stuff. I've put first aid kit stuff in there. And then on the inside, right here is an electric razor in this huge pocket. You've probably seen all this stuff in our pictures and videos, but right now I'm using a Quip, if you've ever heard of that. Pretty cool. It's a toothbrush. It's like electric and non-electric. It's kind of in between like a giant Sonicare and a regular toothbrush that doesn't have batteries. Big old thing of toothpaste fits in there.
Also, Chris, if you want to move the toiletry bag over a little bit, it hasn't really been in the shot very well. Oh, shoot. So we have the electric razor, the toothbrush, the Quip, the toothpaste fits in there. I carry pretty light, so I'm not packing tons, but I use deodorant, floss, and there's 2 things of floss in there. Toenail clippers, some Tiger Balm, if you've ever heard of that. It's like a nice, relaxing, kind of like Bengay, if you've ever heard of that. And then this is my own TSA bag. I carry a few different liquids and some like facial scrub for my zits on my face. So nice. I get them all the time. So anyways, that's a little demonstration of the Expeditioner. If you have any questions about it, you can ask away. But hopefully that's just like a quick demo. We don't want to spend too much time on it because you've probably all seen it, but I wanted to show it to you. And then very good. Next thing we want to talk about is stretch goals. Maybe Lance, you can talk about that. Cool. Yeah, so early in the campaign, we talked about stretch goals. We plan on releasing stretch goals, but everything in this campaign has just been a little ridiculous. It's just all happened so fast, and this campaign has just exploded more than we planned, obviously. I don't think anybody plans for a campaign to go like this one has. So we're so grateful and so excited, but at the same time, our stretch goals, we're planning to launch a lot earlier. So that being said, we don't want to necessarily put stretch goals, but we just want to release them now and just kind of release, instead of saying we have to hit X number to do this. I think we just release them to you when they're ready. So that being said, we're super excited to announce that we're releasing shampoo bottles that fit perfectly in both the Explorer and the Expeditioner bags. They'll fit upright in the Expeditioner TSA pouch, and they'll fit perfectly in the smaller Explorer. Chris has a bunch of the examples. We've brought in a bunch of different bottles. It'll be a silicone bottle. We have a ton of samples of the more generic ones, but the more and we planned just to do one of the generic ones, but the more we got them in, the more we realized that they just don't fit perfectly in our bag, and it would just be way better for you guys to have like a way better experience to have a bottle that fits perfectly within the bag, and that you can even order together, that you don't have to go on Amazon or whatever. So that's what we're developing now, which is why it's been taking a bit longer than planned. We could have launched those bottles a few weeks ago, but we wanted you guys to have a better experience and to release not just something that we slap our logo on, but actually develop something that has a purpose and is meant to be in this bag. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And then we have a couple other, maybe we call them like presents instead of stretch goals, because I don't think we need to hit a certain number. Once it's ready, we'll announce it to you guys, and we'll move forward from there. But we have a couple other ideas that we'll be pushing out as well within the next couple of weeks. But those bottles will be the first one, and we'll release them, and they'll be on available for sale within the next 7 days. We should have a solid price and solid design ready to go. And yeah, we're super pumped, super excited for it.
Yeah. I did see some sort of question come through, but I'm not seeing it in the Q&A. Like, it popped up on my screen. If you have a question, maybe try asking it again or chatting it on the thing.
So I think those were it allowed me to just click show the audience the two questions from before. So I clicked both of those. Gotcha. So I think that's probably what
okay. Gotcha. Next is production timeline. Super happy because we're still on track to ship this September. In fact, we've made special arrangements to have all the materials ordered, and so the materials have been ordered, and the manufacturing process actually has already started to stay on track with our timelines. So we're super happy. As many of you may know, we launched a toiletry bag called the Explorer that was a little bit smaller. And so last year, we were able to go through the whole manufacturing process with this manufacturer. We know the process. We know them very well. And we just feel very confident. Of course, anything can happen. But so far, we're on track. And we're really excited that we can ship these on time.
Yeah, so production timelines for this product, production is about 3 months. And just receiving the materials takes about 6 weeks. So it literally is you put in your order and you wait around for 6 weeks for the material to get there, and then production actually starts and then it ships to us. So with that, we're super excited because working with our manufacturer, they trust us and we trust them. And they said, hey, we realize that your campaign's not finished yet, but let's start ordering the materials now so that we can just super stay on track and make sure to hit the timeline. So really grateful and really excited to work with the manufacturers we are so that we can get going on these and get you these bags as soon as possible. Yeah, super stoked. Thanks so much for all your support, guys. We really love interacting with you on the comments and messages. Your support is just unreal. So we're super, super grateful and honored and humbled and all the above. It's just awesome. And we're just super blown away. So thank you to all of you that are backing us. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah. I hope it comes across how grateful we are. Like, this is honestly, it's changed my outlook on creating products even, like I've worked for a few companies helping create products and whatever else, but I don't know, I just feel such a special bond with you guys. and want to do everything possible to create the best product possible. Because the worst case scenario, like letting you down is not acceptable. Like, you guys have done so much for us, and we want to do everything possible to bring the best product possible and fulfill everything that we've promised and more. So
yeah.
So we're going to keep pushing, and it's going to be great.
When we make our decisions, we think about customer experience and how that's going to affect customer experience before all else. And that could be anything. It could be trivial things. An example would be these silicone bottles. We could have just easily, outsourced some of these bottles, but I don't know. They would be awesome, but we want to have a better experience and make things fit better. And just everything we do is just to have a better experience for you guys. So thank you for your support. And we don't take your support lightly. So thanks. I don't see any questions yet. Does anybody have any questions? We haven't received any questions. Maybe everything's pretty clear, straightforward. Maybe we can wait a few minutes for Q&A, because really that was what we wanted to talk about today. Apparently you can take selfies. I don't know how that works.
Let's see. Are there any selfies?
There's 0 selfies. We need at least 1 selfie before we sign off, if possible. If there's any brave souls.
Or even if one of you guys, it looks like there's about 80 people watching currently. There's always the nerve of this broadcast isn't even working. So all signs are showing that it works. So if somebody just wants to chat us or...
oh, there's a chat. Okay. Working great.
Working
That's
great.
good.
Okay. Chris Ricks, you're the man.
Aaron.
Oh, there we go. Aaron.
My man.
Cool. Yeah, there's always that when you don't have any questions, you either did a great job or the broadcast isn't working.
Like
so,
last time we did a live stream, we didn't click live, and so we talked for half an hour. Had to be good.
It was great. Cool. Well, it's not looking like we have any questions. You guys have about 10 seconds till we end, I guess. But again, you guys are so great. Thanks for tuning in, and you're more than welcome to message us, and we get back to you as soon as we can with any questions that you have after this or moving forward. So, thanks again for all you guys' support.
Denise did just ask a question. Any chance you'll throw the bottles in as a bonus? So.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
So the problem is, right now we're actually giving the Explorer or the Expeditioner at a pretty big discount. The TSA wasn't part of our. Anyway, long story short, the Expeditioner is actually costing a lot more than we even planned on it costing. So because of that, we're actually really tight. We're going to be able to make it all, and there's no worries there. But as much as we would love to give these bottles for free, we literally can't afford to give these bottles for free. We'd be negative money, and we don't have those extra money. So,
Thanks, Jimmy.
so as much as we would love to do that, we can't do it.
Yeah, the TSA bag. We were thinking, oh, that'd be cool, add that as a stretch goal, something like that. But we decided that customer experience comes first. Most people are probably going to want it. So we just added it with all of the bags. So one more question regarding shipping. And will we be able to buy extra TSA bags? It's a good question, Chris.
So that's actually another one we're trying to, we've had to finalize production. So we had to find a new factory to do that welding on the edges so that it's not a sewn bag. So we're getting final pricing there, and then we're going to be offering the TSA bag. That's one of the future presents.
Nice.
That's one of the future announcing in the next couple of weeks that you can have that as an add-on.
Yeah, so we're probably not going to announce that just here on the live stream. So anyone that watches this live stream, congratulations. Now you know.
Congratulations. Let's see. Janice Sai says, I live in Canada. Will there be duty charges if it is shipped to Canada? We are talking with a distributor in Canada now, but odds are it will be shipped to Canada and you will have duty charges. that being said, we price it at the lowest legal amount, so we don't break the law, but we price it at the lowest legal amount, so that hopefully we can reduce those duties and charges. So we don't actually do the retail price. We do closer to what our cost is, which is still, that saves you money, and it keeps us legal. So
yeah, I also would say we're shipping USPS. And a lot of times that goes straight to your door. So it depends on your post office, but I've heard a lot of reports of just the package going straight to your door. It really depends on your post office, and there's a lot of factors. So there's customs and duties calculators you can check out. And there's just not really much way around that, just because we got to keep it legit, you know. But thanks.
Yeah, so USPS shipping is United States Postal Service, which we under a certain weight. So as long we're going to be shipping these anyway under, I think 2 pounds it was, or 3 pounds. Most people don't have to pay those duties, is what we've seen from our last shipment and what we've heard from talking to USPS and friends. But it just all depends on the country. I don't know the exact number for Canada. Hopefully, the hope is that we can get that distributor there in Canada to ship it for us, but it's not solidified as of right now, so we can't say that it's for sure going to happen.
There's a question here. Will we get bottles and TSA bags per expeditioner we pledge for? Or is it just one set for a single pledge? Aaron asked that. So every single expeditioner will come with one TSA clear bag, and not the bottles. The bottles are an add-on, so we'll send instructions on how to get those. What you do is you just increase your pledge amount that you've already pledged for the amount of add-ons. So we'll create an add-on menu with instructions that hopefully are very clear. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, but it should be pretty simple.
My other question for you guys is, I cannot see Chris's screen currently. Can you guys see Chris? Or is it just my screen?
I hope so. Yay.
Okay, you guys can see it? Cool. Okay.
Google
so for some reason,
Firewall.
I can't see Chris for some reason.
Cool.
Yeah, and as Chris said, we'll release the scale of, like, you add this much to your pledge and you'll get a second bag. Everyone will get a TSA bag in their order. There will not be a single expeditioner shipped without one TSA bag. But if you want extra TSA bags or you want bottles, it will be an add-on, a small add-on on top of that. So
cool. Any other questions? Lance is in an awesome van, by the way, if you can't tell.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a bit of a construction zone at the moment, but this will be my home soon.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Looks like someone joined you.
Yeah, Jules, my wife is grabbing something out of the back.
Oh, sweet. Hey, Julia. Okay.
Cool.
Well, I think that, looks like we're good. If there's any other questions, just message us through the Kickstarter platform. We're happy to answer those questions. And thanks for joining us today.
Oh, awesome. Hey,
thanks,
we look forward to you getting the bag, Chris Ricks. Yeah, and Aaron and Janice, all you guys that ask questions, thanks so much. Your guys' questions obviously helped everybody else watching as well. So you guys are great. Thanks so much.
Cool. Thank you.
We'll see you guys later.
Take care.